Hi, I'm Andrew Rich, and if you're like me, you look at the state of modern wrestling discourse and think, wow, what a cesspool. That's why I'm here to tell you about Music of the Mat Remix. That's right, your favorite wrestling music podcast is back with a new format, where I bring on a guest and we play songs related to wrestling-themed topics. It could be a wrestling reference, a wrestling concept, a wrestling pun, things of that nature. Now you might be saying, Andrew, that is a very, very tenuous connection to pro wrestling on a wrestling podcast network. Is this just an excuse to hang out with your friends and talk about music and ignore the rest of the wrestling landscape? Yes. Yes, it is. So listen to Music of the Mat Remix on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network, available on Apple, Spotify, or your podcast player of choice.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Welcome to Jumping Bomb Audio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Jumping Bomb Audio, the #1 show all about the world of Joshi Pro Wrestling. My name is Taylor, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host Kelly. Kelly, we're back together again.
We're so back. The boys are back in town. Taylor, tell me something. Are you a nap guy?
Oh, I love naps. In fact, I was taking a nap about 20 minutes before this very moment in time. Why do you ask?
Because I wish I could be a nap guy. I was yesterday. I took a nap yesterday, which is extremely rare for me. I guess in the morning I took a shit that was so bad it tired me out to the point that I had to sleep later in the day. And that doesn't happen. But it's like, yeah, I took the nap and it was wonderful, and I was like, damn, I wish I could do this more often. But like when I do, it just fucks me up for the rest of the day, and then my sleep schedule's all messed up.
No, you got to plan it. It's got to be strategic. You can't be too late. You know, you got to know. I know a lot of people who are like, you should never take naps. It's like a sign of weakness in your life. And I'm like, no. You know,
a sign of weakness.
If you're tired, it's like sleeping, getting a little bit more energy is so much better than being like, I'm so bold in my life that I'm just going to be tired.
That's like some like manosphere shit. Like, yeah, if you take naps, you're weak and gay.
So yeah, I'm a big, huge nap guy. I am a nap ambassador, you might say. And I hope that you're able to, supposedly the thing is you're really only supposed to take like 15-minute naps. Because that's the peak thing of like you get rest, but you don't go into like I'm actually falling asleep.
Yeah.
Mode, which I don't really do. I mean, sometimes I do take short naps, but But sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going to take a nap, and I lay down, and 5 minutes in, I'm like, no, this is not going to happen. Like that happens sometimes where I'm like, yep, this is a time when I think I need a nap, and I go to take a nap, and it's like, no, this actually isn't a nap time, and then you don't nap,
Yeah.
You have to learn about your own body, Kelly.
That's true. I got like in high school and college, I was really good at like micro naps where I would just like close my eyes before class started and like sleep for like a minute.
I got really bad in college because what I would do is I had a period where I would have a class sort of in the morning. And then I had a class, like the class ended at 11 or something, and then my next class wasn't until like 3 o'clock. And I would walk back to my place. I would get a Monster Energy drink. I would drink that and take a nap.
Okay,
Like,
so when you woke up, you would be super powered.
but it was weird. Like the energy drink didn't give me energy. It just enabled me to sleep. Like it was a weird thing where I was like, I think I'm doing this wrong. Where I'm like, the energy drink should be doing what then I'm napping about. But maybe it was like a double jump situation.
Yeah, I knew someone in college that would do that, but they would just drink, like, they would just like chug a cup of coffee and then go to sleep. And then they would wake up like half an hour later full of energy.
Yeah, and I had a lot of energy. So maybe it was like the energy drink was holding. It was like, okay, he's sleeping. And then I would wake up and it would be like, go. You can do it. Um, but yeah, naps, everyone take naps. Real Raku
Yeah.
energy here at the beginning of the show. Speaking of, we will be diving into the latest Tokyo Joshi Korakuen Hall show on today's episode. But before we do, we of course got to get in the plugs. Follow us on Blue Sky at JBomb Audio. You can follow Kelly at Comic Geek Kelly. You can follow me at Tamainbo. If you want to, I guess, is the beginning of that sentence, subscribe to us on your podcast app of choice. We'd really appreciate it. And if that app of choice is Apple Podcasts, we'd really appreciate a 5-star rating and review. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can donate to the show at redcircle.com/shows/jumping-bomb-audio. And this episode of Jumping Bomb Audio is brought to you by the MBA store. Whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home, you'll find everything you need to support your favorite team at the MBA store. An appropriate time, the Knicks winning it all.
Knicks in 5.
Just hours ago in the very city where I am, plunging the city into chaos last night. Ooh, there goes my phone.
Did you go destroy a school bus?
I didn't, although I was walking through the crowd of people, managed to do that. And then it was loud outside of my bedroom until like 3 a.m. Which is probably why I took a nap 20 minutes ago.
That checks out.
You can browse their collection of NBA jerseys, including authentic jerseys and swingman jersey styles. Showcase your favorite players. Find jerseys for current stars like Jalen Brunson of the champion New York Knicks and more. Or grab a hardwood classic jersey for one of your all-time favorite players like Patrick Ewing at the NBA store, so you can shop and support your favorite team today at voicesofwrestling.com/JBA NBA. That's voicesofwrestling.com/JBA NBA. All right, so let's get into it. As I mentioned, we are going to be talking about Tokyo Joshi's Stand Alone from Korakuen Hall on June 7th in front of 1,093 fans. A great number.
Yeah.
For Tokyo Joshi, 6 above their previous Korakuen Hall show. Kelly, what did you think of this show?
I had a great time with this show. I caught it live, which I rarely do. And I gotta say, not looking forward to the main event at all. I thought it was pretty great.
Interesting. I think we're going to have an interesting discussion about the main event. I did not watch it live. I was not spoiled on any of the results. I was spoiled on, I would say, a sort of hyped match was really the only thing I got spoiled on. So I was spoiler free. But let's get into it. The first match was a 6-person tag team match. Arisa Endo, Kira Summer, and Sakura Hattori defeating Ren Kanatsu, Shion Kanzaki, and Yuki Aino. Kelly, what'd you think about this opener?
I have no notes, and I don't remember this match at all. So I have 0 thoughts. Like, I was looking at this, I'm like, I don't remember this happening, and then I looked at my notes, I'm like, I don't have notes for this. I bet I really liked it.
My main note was there was a moment in the match where Hattori, I think Shion was laying on the mat or something, and Hattori just hauled off and kicked her, like, really hard. And I think, obviously, it's not really the style of the promotion. I think there should be maybe 2 or 3 people. Obviously, Miyu Yamashita does it. There should be 2 or 3 wrestlers. They should go up to them and say, you should just haul off on some people. Like, go off, because it would be a lot more interesting.
Just show them the video of Kiyomiya kicking Okada in the face and be like, do this.
Like, just kicked her, and I was like, oh, man, that was interesting. And then nothing really came of it, and it was really not an important part of the match. But my note was, we need a few more Tokyo Joshi wrestlers willing to haul off, is what I wrote. I thought it was a fun match. I think having Endo and Yuki Aino in there was very helpful. Kanzaki and Kanatsu definitely have something, but are still very young. So I wasn't really blown away by any part of this, but I thought it was fun, solid. Opener, nothing to write home about. Obviously, Kelly didn't even remember it.
Yeah, I didn't write home all about this.
But I enjoyed it. The next match was a singles match. Yuri defeating Chika Nanase in 8 minutes and 15 seconds. I had 2 pre-match notes. The first one is they did announce before the show began that Hype will be returning, I believe in August, later this year. Okay. And my first note was, I think Chika needs Hype.
Yes.
Let's hype Chika.
Yeah, let's do something with her.
The other thing was, I don't remember, I think it was Haku said that Yuri calls herself, quote, the violent baby. Is that a thing?
Don't they? I thought they say that, like, in her music.
I don't know. I guess I have liked her. I haven't seen a ton of Yuri, but I have seen a good amount. I don't remember ever clocking that. I was like, the violent baby?
Everyone knows the violent baby.
What does that mean? What are you portraying by calling yourself the violent baby? Like, what's the, like, oh, she's violent, obviously, but also a baby?
Real violent baby vibes.
It just, I was like, what? She does? Okay. I have one overarching thought about this, was that for most of the match, I thought, I'm having the same damn issue, which is that Chika has no personality. She has no character. I don't know anything about her. And then at the end, or near the end, they started doing this crazy strike exchange.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, here's something.
Yes.
Like, I still don't know who she is, but at least I can enjoy someone just being like, fuck this shit, and beating each other up. Like, okay. I mean, I thought it ended up being Chika's best anything, like,
by
match
far
at all.
Yes, 100%.
because I was like, oh, here's something to hold on to that isn't just, oh, I'm a wrestler and I'm coming out and I'm wrestling, quote unquote. Um, but yeah, I quite enjoyed it at the end, even though I spent half of the match being like, yep, this is exactly what's been happening.
Yeah, though the flurry of like knockout elbow strikes were legitimately awesome. And I don't ever recall her doing that, or she's probably thrown elbow strikes, but nothing like that. And I was just like, okay, we might have something here. Let's see if we can keep going with it. Maybe pair her in a tag with Yuri or something. Like there is something there. So I really hope they kind of keep working on it. But yeah, I didn't end up enjoying this match quite a bit.
And to tie it back to the first match, we need more wrestlers willing to haul off.
Yep.
And here's one.
Yep.
So maybe go with that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this is actually good. Then next was another singles match. Wakana Uehara defeating Toga in 8 minutes and 58 seconds. I thought this was disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a... I guess maybe I was like, oh, this should be pretty good. And then I thought it really wasn't that good. I did enjoy Toga deadlifting Wakana multiple times. Just being like, okay, I'm going to do something and I'm just going to make it happen. And fully laughed at the shooter's kick out at 3.5. I was like, wow, Tokyo Joshi must really be on a hot streak when wrestlers are doing the shooter's kick out at 3.5.
Yeah, I loved that.
It's like, I got to protect my brand, brother. I'm kicking out at 3.5. Kelly, you seem surprised. I will say, looking at the cage match, the rating is 4.66.
Damn, I guess
very
I'm
low.
the high man. I went 3.5 on this. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was Wakana was good again after being stuck with Kamiyu for a while and being bad. I really enjoyed Toga being a shithead and kicking out at 3.5 and then refusing the handshake after the match. So I thought it was a good match. It kind of got Wakana back on track, and we got some sort of progress to Toga's character.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of did like the surrounding elements. Like, I like not shaking the hand. Like, I'm like, okay, there is something happening there. I just thought the in-ring stuff, I was sort of like, yeah, okay. I don't know. Also, I feel like Wakana has sort of plateaued where I'm like, okay, it doesn't seem like you're getting... I also think I sort of have higher expectations for her than I should because she spends so much time online being like, I love watching the old Super J Cups. And you're like, wow, she's going to be really good. She's watching the Super J Cup. But it's like, not necessarily, you know.
Yeah, I like watching old wrestling.
You can like all kinds of wrestling and not be any good at it.
Yeah.
Just like you can watch a lot of movies and not be a good filmmaker.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, my note was it was fine, but really in my mind I was like, I was expecting like, oh, this could be pretty exciting, especially based on some of the things that happened after this. Now, obviously, I didn't know that at this time. But I'm like, there's some people who are dashing past these two in the pecking order, in my mind.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, they're still young. I'm like, yeah, so are some other people who are doing some good shit. So hurry up and get there. And then, Kelly, would you believe it? We had another singles match. So unusual for a Tokyo Joshi show. Mirai defeating Haru Kazushiro in 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Kelly, I'm interested to get your thoughts first.
Haru is incredible. And the rate that she continues to improve at is... I don't know if I've ever seen something like this. Like, she keeps getting better at such a quick rate. Like, it's very clear that now she's not at school, she spends all of her time thinking about wrestling. Like there's so many little touches to the things she does and really interesting counters and reversal. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong. No, I'm looking at the right notes. Sorry, I put the wrong name in my notes. That's why I thought I was looking at the wrong area. But like, she's picked up on so much stuff and added so many little things to her arsenal where it's just like clearly she is living and breathing wrestling right now and has been so great. Mirai was great here too. I went 4 on this. I thought it was about as good as like a undercard match like this can get.
My big takeaway from it is, like, think about the guitar, for example.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, exactly. No. There are many people on Earth, all across Earth and history,
Global
who
Force Wrestling.
pick up a guitar and practice, and they practice a lot and they get really good at playing guitar.
You might even ask people, ain't I great?
And then there are some people who like pick up a guitar and in 1 week you're like, how did you do this? And they're like, I don't know, I just know how to play. And you're like, what the heck? How are you better than this person who's practiced 10,000 hours? That to me is Haru.
Yes.
It's like some people get wrestling and you can't, I don't want to say this phrase in this order. Some people understand wrestling and you can't teach that to them. There we go. I sort of got out of it.
You just go all the way. Do the whole voice. Do the whole thing.
Like there's no class where you're like, okay, we're learning roles and now you have to understand the minutia of like what makes wrestling exciting. It's like, well, you can watch it, I guess. But it seems to me that Haru just understands like, oh, these are the things that make wrestling good. And she's like, I'm going to put them in.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bizarre to me that in a good way. And obviously she's not in school, so that's some of the explanation for it. But like this person who started how long ago? And we were like, yeah, this could be someone who's interesting in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, maybe, we'll see. And now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, next year she'll probably be like the best wrestler on earth.
Yeah, she's 100% going to be in my 30 under 30 and will probably easily be in the top half next year, I'm assuming.
I'm like, I don't know, and maybe she doesn't get any better and we look back and we're like, wow, we were stupid. But it's like every time she's out, I'm like, how is she better than last time? It's only been like 1 month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there are people, it's like, okay, they're in year 3. Maybe this will be the year, maybe this will be the year that they do it. It's like, nope, she's just good and getting better.
Yeah.
She's different than anyone else on the roster. Like, she's doing different things. She did that arm triangle, I think, in the middle, where I'm like, does anyone else do that in this promotion, or has anyone else done that? And I think the answer is no. It's just like I don't know, maybe she's watching, maybe she's watching tapes with Wakana and she's like, oh, I can actually do some of this stuff. So I will. I also went 4 stars. I thought it was great. It is one of those matches where it's like, obviously Haru's not going to win.
Yeah.
Like you said, there is a sort of, like, it's a mid-card match, not a major show, quote unquote. I mean, it is sort of a big show, but not one of their biggest shows. So it's like there is a cap, but like getting a 4-star match out of this position is like, wow, that's amazing. And out of someone who is like, oh yeah, they've been wrestling for a year and whatever. It's like, whoops, and they're incredibly good and very talented.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm just forgetting. Has she had a match against Mizunami yet?
I don't think so.
We gotta get that. We gotta get the true passion injection.
Let's see. I'll look it up. I don't think.
If it
Because Mizunami hasn't even had many of those matches.
no.
She did she did, quote unquote, almost 2 years ago in the Tokyo Princess Cup,
Okay, yeah, that doesn't count.
which went 7 minutes. Which was like, has she really been wrestling for 3 years?
That's kind of crazy. Haru is essentially
That
an
is
entirely different person.
That is weird to me. I'm like, yeah, she started wrestling in March of 2023. Wow, I would have said like maybe 2024. And she's only 18 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was great. It's crazy that she's getting better in every match. And I hope she keeps getting better because that's exciting. The next match was a 3-way tag team match. The duo of Hyper Masao and Shoko Nakajima defeating Himawari and Mifu Ishida and Palm Harajuku and Raku in 8 minutes and 42 seconds. This was the usual Palm Raku stuff.
The goofball match.
Which now looking at my notes autocorrected Raku to Roku. So free plug there for the streaming box Roku. With the wrinkle of Shoko to occasionally wrestle well in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
Like, I thought this was fine. They all sort of blend in together, and it does lose something when sort of the perspective is just like, we're being funny, and there's no direction to it. Like, there was nothing... Like, sometimes it's like, the plot of this match is XYZ happen. Like, Hyper brings in the bike or something. Or, we're in Texas and the whole thing is Buc-ee's and then we have the gotcha machine or something. This is just sort of like, we're not really wrestling and that's funny. And I'm just sort of like, not really to me. At the end they got the product given to them or whatever. I was mortified that the Iron Man Heavy Metal title returned.
Yeah.
But it seems like now it's going to be out of the promotion because Harada won it at the end of the chain was Harada pinning or beating Palm.
I must have gotten up and
I don't think that happened. I don't think that happened on screen.
Okay,
because I also don't remember it.
I don't recall that at all.
Because my final memory was Palm winning it and running backstage with Hyper and Shoko, I think, chasing her or something. So it must have been like a backstage thing where they were like, and we'll send it back to DDT, which please do, please.
Cool. Love it.
No more, please. But it was fine. I think this is the same refrain I've had in the last few episodes, which is like, this is not really changing at this point. And I also think, look, I understand what the promotion is, and I'm not saying like the whole promotion is going to become like fucking UWF or something.
I think it's time to start doing
UWF
rules matches every show.
Which is going to be for Tokyo Joshi would be wrestling fun.
Yeah.
That would be funny if they announced the UWF match and then we're like, oh no, not that UWF. A different thing. But it's just sort of like, especially I watch, it's like, oh my God, Mirai versus Haru. It's so good. I'm pumped up. I'm like, yeah, young wrestlers getting better, improving, exciting wrestling. And then it's like, okay. And here's the same thing that's been on every single show ever since I watched this promotion.
Yeah. Would you like to take a nap?
Yeah. Oh my God, they're sleeping. Oh my God, we're going to pin them. Are they going to kick out? Oh, they did kick out.
Meanwhile, Taylor's friends are screaming at the TV that makes them weak. Raku, stop being weak.
Also, I did think, and this is maybe a look, this is a little bit of a look ahead, but thank God everything got timed correctly in that imagine a world in which Uda Takami debuts like a year earlier. Because in that scenario, I think she is stuck forever in this universe.
Yes.
I think she becomes Gremlin Wrestler.
Yep.
And she is in the Palm Raku universe.
Yeah,
forever.
for sure.
I can see that very easily, and I'm like, thank God that did not happen.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh, she's a good wrestler. She can't get stuck down here with the goofballs. Many of whom aren't even goofballs. Like, that's the other weird thing. Is it sort of like Palm and Raku are the two, and then they sort of have to put good wrestlers in with them. It's like, am I excited to see Himawari back in this scenario again? I'm like, no, I would rather see her wrestle like a good match.
Yeah.
But it's like she has the hair, so it's like she's also funny, so she's down here. This makes me sound, I'm sounding like such a hater right now, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, yep, this is the same.
Yeah, it's
like would love a random match where they come out and are like, we're gonna work our asses off, and it's like, wow, exciting. But it never happens.
Well, it's just we've talked about this before. It's just kind of an issue I have as a whole with Japanese wrestling, where some people, they do their bits and that's all they do, and they do those bits until they fucking die.
Yeah. And yes, it's exactly like all these other comedic things where it's like, we're just going to do the same thing and we're going to do it over and over and over again.
And I do genuinely think it's like a cultural disconnect.
But I also think in Tokyo Joshi, it's exacerbated by the fact that all of a sudden the rest of the promotion is getting so good.
Yeah.
Like, if this were like 5 years, the Tokyo Joshi of probably longer than 5 years at this point, 8 years ago, if this were the same exact promotion and they were doing the same exact thing, and maybe you were watching these Korakuens and you were like, oh, I hope we get a 4-star match in the main event. I mean, that was always, when I watched Tokyo Joshi, that was always my hope. I mean, they weren't even at Korakuen Hall really ever. But it was like, oh, if the main event can get to 3 3/4 or 4, it will be a great Tokyo Joshi show. Now it's like, you know, I have multiple 4-star matches on this show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, pretty good card. I'm not like, wow, amazing. Mm-hmm. So I think it's hurt by the fact that also the promotion is changing and this isn't changing.
Well, I don't even know, because it's like you've got companies like Sendai Girls who pretty much everything is played incredibly straight and it's like hard hitting and stuff. And then here's Sakura Hirota to do her bits, you know? Or it's like, oh, it's time for Jiro to come out and do whatever. Like,
But that's like the way it's always been. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
the
fact that this, like, that promotion has been, we are a serious promotion, but we've got a little bit of comedy. Tokyo Joshi has been, we're a comedy, we're characters. Oh, but now some of it isn't that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I like that. So the fact that I'm like, oh, I like that part of it, but also this part of it isn't changing. And so I'm like, okay. Like, I understand why it's there. It's not going to change. I'm not being like, oh, I hope in a month they never do a comedic match ever again.
Taylor
like,
says, Raku, retire, bitch.
But it's just sort of like, oh, this is the same. And again, the whole thing is sometimes they do come out and they're like, we have a funny idea. Like, oh, it's a horse race thing. You know, and even the ones where I'm not like, oh, this is the funniest thing ever. I'm like, okay, at least there's something here. Oh, we're doing a horse race. This is just like, oh, we come out, we do our 4 things that we do in every match. We don't wrestle all that well, and then the match is over. Like, okay.
Please clap.
Sure. Like, that's the stuff where I'm just sort of like, I'm not upset about it, but I'm just sort of like, Would love to not have to see this on every single show. Then we get to the top of the card and all the title matches. The first title match, the International Princess title match. Suzume, the champion, defending her title successfully against Mahiro Kiryu in 14 minutes and 49 seconds. And Kelly, I have an apology.
Oh, you're going to do Mahiro's
for
bit.
this show. My apology is longtime listeners will remember years ago, I was very indecisive about Mahiro Kiryu.
Yes, I remember this.
I couldn't determine whether she was good or not. And my final determination that I made, I don't know, probably 2 years ago at this point or something, was that she was good. And I must apologize for that. She stinks.
Yeah.
Look, I know Suzume is a speed wrestler, sort of by definition. Mahiro lumbering around in this match, working at like 0.25 speed as Suzume's like running around trying to make something interesting. I was like, this is no good. I would like to not see Mahiro. Like, put Mahiro in those goofball matches.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, I don't love these, but then they're all in the same. I know you need title challengers, but it was like Suzume's running around and then Mahiro goes to do a forward roll and it's like, and here's the forward roll. And then Suzume's running around again. I'm like, Suzume worked her ass off to make something passable, The match was not terrible, but I'm just like, I do not need no more Mahiro title challengers.
Yeah.
Challenges, please. No more.
I would say if you want to watch a version of this match that's actually good, I would check out the Mei Suruga 8th anniversary show from Choco Pro where Suzume faced off with Miya Yatsuba. And it was kind of just what I think this match was trying to be.
I just totally... and also going almost 15 minutes.
And Mahiro got so gassed by the end.
And by the end, I was gassed of my energy to watch. I actually paused the show after this match because I can't properly continue watching.
I got to take a walk. Go think about some things.
I have to think about my life. Yeah, just no good. No good.
Yeah. It's it would be cool if this was like, all right, this is kind of your last shot to prove yourself as a singles wrestler.
I mean, people I guess like the apology stuff.
Some people love
like
bits. They love bits.
It's like a bits that it's a bit that's over.
Yeah.
So I'm
bits.
sure she'll
I do
always
bits a lot.
Yeah. She'll hang around, but I'm like, no more title challenges, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. Leave her, keep her around to get hit with a bike once a month.
Correct.
The one bit of Tokyo Joshi that I love.
Then the semi-main event was the tag title match. The champions Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi defeating Mizuki and Uda Takami in 18 minutes and 51 seconds. Kelly, what were your thoughts on this match?
If you would have told me that Uda Takami would be in one of my top 10 matches of the year so far when the year started, I would have said, what are you talking about? But here we are. This match was so good. Putting Mizuki and Uda together is one of the best decisions this company has ever made. Uda was great here. She was tremendous. Everyone here had such great chemistry and worked their asses off. The spot where Mizuki stomped Miyu's head while Uda had her in the koala clutch looked absolutely insane. The double swing was great. Uda using the momentum from the swing earlier to roll up Miyu was a straight up brilliant spot. Just fantastic match. I went 4.5. I absolutely loved this.
It's crazy to me that Tokyo Joshi now twice in 1 year has been like, we're going to trick you with this tag match.
Yeah.
In that it's like, okay, it's got these 3 people. I'm really excited for these 3 people to face off. And then you're like, oh, and it's an interesting 4th person, but we'll see what happens with them. And then that 4th person, in the first case, Endo, and in this case, Uda, become the stars of the match.
Yep.
And it works really well. It's like, great. I really liked this match. I liked it slightly less than you, Kelly. It had a weirdly... chaotic is not the right word for it. It had a weird what am I trying to say? It didn't have a flow, but not in a bad way. It didn't flow beautifully, but not in a bad way. Like, it felt clunky, but like it was supposed to feel clunky. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but like it didn't feel like, oh, people are running in and running out beautifully. And there were some times when it was like, oh, people are sort of running into each other.
It felt like it wasn't rehearsed.
Correct. That's yes. And I really liked it. I had heard it was really good, so I think that probably slightly hurt it for me, where I was like, this is going to be so good. And I really enjoyed it. I went 4.25, so it was only a little bit lower.
We're fighting now.
Were you listening to the Japanese commentary watching the show?
I was not.
Okay, because your moment of Mizuki doing that head stomp for me was highlighted by Aki right before it happened, going, she's gonna stomp on her fucking head. Which really made me, and I was like, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
She did stomp on her head. Like, an example was they did the double swing spot, which looked really cool, but getting into it, I was like, what the hell is happening? It was so confusing. I didn't understand I was like, what are they trying to do? How long is this? Like, it took a long time to get into. Then they did it. I was like, whoa, that's really impressive. But like, there was like a lot of setup for it. And like, okay, get ready and go. So there were moments like that. But I thought it was so good. This is when I had the thought of, thank God Uda, especially now with this match, is sort of entrenched in like, is a good wrestler world. Mm-hmm. And not in is good at bits world.
Yes.
Because I was like, this is so good.
We could be watching her bite Palm Harajuku's shins every night for the rest of our lives.
It's just crazy to me that, like, that was probably a year ago, or I've said it, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. I'm like, they really need like a mid-card of people, and maybe they bring in, they brought in these people, they brought in Yuri, whatever. But now all of a sudden I'm like, Haru's really good and getting better. Uda's really good and getting better. Endo and Suzume are good. Like, all of a sudden all these people are popping out being like, I can be a good wrestler. Watch this. In a way that's really wild to me. That, like, when Uda debuted, I never would have been like, oh, she'll be the quickest one to be, like, all of a sudden really good.
Yeah, like, I never would have guessed that.
Wakana Toga Uda. I don't think I could have ever been like, yeah, it'll be Uda who will be the really, really good one really fast.
Yeah.
So just really great. Again, these tag matches that are like, oh, we'll do these tag matches where, like, Mizuki was not in it that much. It was sort of like, yeah, I'll lay out. She was in it near the end, but it was Uda's match, and she looked really good.
Yep.
She had the one hiccup of she went for the springboard off the ropes and missed one of her feet, but they worked it in where she missed the move. Like Miyu ducked out of the way, and I was like, well, that worked. Like,
Yeah.
she missed the move. I don't know, maybe she was meant to miss it always, but I'm like, yep, you took a second too long and it didn't work.
They didn't do the, well, let's just try it again thing.
Yes. It just kept going, so it was good. I mean, the best match on the show.
For sure.
For me. And good job, Tokyo Joshi, all of a sudden figuring out how to very easily get young wrestlers over, put them in tag matches with good wrestlers. Then the main event, the Princess of Princess title match, Yuki Arai, the champion, retaining against Yuki Kamifuku in 16 minutes and 41 seconds. Kelly, I am interested, based on your opening thoughts, what you thought of this, because maybe we feel differently.
Going into this, I wanted to go to bed so bad. I was so tired, but I was like, if I go to sleep now, I don't know if I'll be able to force myself to watch this, because I was so not looking forward to it. And I was like, fine, I'm just going to stay awake and I will finish this show. And I ended up thinking the match way over-delivered. I thought they just went out there, beat the shit out of each other. Arai hitting the finally to the back of the neck looked awesome, and maybe the best that move has ever looked. And it was very much a case of two friends who were just like, hey, what if we just beat the shit out of each other? And the other one's like, hell yeah, let's do it. So I thought it was a great match. I went 4 stars on it. It far exceeded my expectations. And maybe I'm going to enjoy this Yuki Arai title run. Who can say?
So I liked the attitude of the match. Like, I liked that the whole story was like, we're going to come in here, we're going to throw bombs. Like, and there were moments in the match that I liked. Like, I liked the slaps outside the ring. I liked the finally to the back of the head, which I thought should have been the finish. And they should just be like, she does it to the back of the head now, because it will look a lot better. The issue with me was the whole thing was like, we're going to come in here, we're going to kick the absolute shit out of each other. And some of those kicks, I mean, I would say pillow soft. I think that might be insulting to pillows, to the hardness of pillows. I mean, some of them weren't even in the same zip code. It was like, Yuki Arai started the match 2 seconds in, did a knee drop, ? That Haku had to be like, oh, that was an interesting variation on a knee drop, because she just sort of like sat down near Kamifuku. There was a kick outside the ring that had about 2 feet of daylight in it. And I mean, some of the kicks I was like, this is like, you're just tapping your foot on their face. Like, it got like the finally to the back of the head. That was good. The front one actually I thought looked fine. I wasn't really blown away, but I was like, so I like the idea. Oh, we're throwing it all out there and we're going to just wail on each other. I'm like, that's an exciting idea. And they were sort of selling it. But then it's like, here I come. I'm going to absolutely blast you with this kick. And it's like, and tap. And you're like, okay. Like, outside the ring, Kamifuku's like, I'm going to throw you into the chairs. She throws her into the chairs and she just sort of like stumbles over to the chair and is like, bloop, on one chair. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, she actually sat on her with the chair, which I thought looked more painful, even though I think it was very clearly supposed to not be painful at all, because I think Arai was not in the right position.
Yeah, that looked like it sucked.
Like, it looked like she was clearly just supposed to be under the chair and then had her arm in the wrong position, and it was like, okay, I'm just going to sit on your arm.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, oh, that does look quite painful. But it was just a thing where it's two people who this is just sort of the way it is, where it's like, our offense is we just... Like, there was the moment where Arai stole the jumping kick off the ropes. And Haku mentioned it. He was like, "That's Kamafuku's move," and she stood up and she sort of looked like, "How dare you have taken my move and hit me with my move?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're gonna really go for it." And then it was just these sort of like soft kicks again, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like the slaps were at the beginning of the match, and I was like, "Yeah, like we're just full on slapping each other. That's great." And then it was the kicks again, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So like I went 3.5. I thought it was quite good.
Why'd you hate the
For
match, Taylor?
for again, it was my expectation, which is this match could really be not great. Um, but it's just like people doing a match. It's just sort of like these characters have been defined as like we're crazy shooter kickers, and it's like, okay, but you aren't. Like you're not. It's like, oh, we're seeing two Miyu Yamashita's face off against each other, but it's like, but you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Again, bringing it back to the first match, you gotta haul off. Like, if you're gonna do a match that's about we're coming out and we don't care and we're gonna lay it all on the line, you gotta kick each other and you gotta be like, hey, this kick might hurt a little bit more than it usually does, but I've gotta hit you. Like, because the story of the match can't be they're killing each other while I'm watching, a foot drop off before it's even made any contact. It just doesn't really add up, and it's just sort of a match where it's like, I like the story, but you're not actually telling you're sort of telling me that's the story. Show don't tell is always the thing, and it's like you're not showing me, you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me this is an intense match and devil may care, but what you're doing is not showing me that. So again, I went 3.5. At the end of the match, I was like, I was surprised how much the things I liked. And I said, I liked that moment of Kamafuku getting mad about her move getting stolen. And I liked the finally to the back of the head, but it just didn't really come together for me in the end.
Can't believe you hated it.
So sorry. So that was Tokyo Joshi standalone. What else has been happening? Stardom had a Korakuen Hall show yesterday. Momo Watanabe returning at that show. Well, I guess should say appeared at that show to announce she will be returning soon. Sendai Girls had 2 shows in the past 2 weeks. One on the 7th of June. Chihiro Hashimoto successfully defending her Sendai Girls World title against Ryo Mizunami. And then on the 13th, the Sendai Girls Junior title, Senka successfully defending against Miku Kanai. And Red Energy, Mika Iwata and Miyuki Takase winning the Sendai Girls Tag Team titles, defeating Manami and Ryo Mizunami.
Damn, Aniki having a bad week.
In Wave, Catch the Wave continues, as always, not appearing to be watchable at the moment, but it's happening. So it's happening. The other thing I have is, and this is slightly older than 2 weeks, but I did attend the most recent Sukeban show.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear about this.
I mainly put it on the list so I could talk to Kelly about it because we haven't talked about it yet. So I think I did a review on the show many years ago, but I did attend the first ever Sukeban show, which happened in New York City, where we got all the free stuff, and I got like 19 free beers. They came, they were at Hammerstein. The tickets were very expensive. I think it was like $70 for the top balcony. So I initially said I would not go. I found a way to attend, putting it that way.
You snuck in.
Yes, I
I
crawled through the vents. Yeah.
Yep.
Look, the first thing I'll say is that I received an email saying, please show up on time because the show will begin promptly at 7:30.
I bet that did not happen.
The show did not begin promptly at 7:30. Kelly, can you guess what time the show did begin?
I'm gonna go 9:30.
No, it didn't. That if it had started at 9:30, I would have left. It started at 8:05.
Okay.
Which was very annoying. Look, I'm like, things happen, but don't tell me the show starts promptly if you're not going to start the show promptly. Like, what are you doing? Then, Kelly, the next guess is, can you guess when the show ended?
So it started at 8:05.
It started at 8:05.
I'm gonna say 9:30.
It ended. Unfortunately, you're wrong, Kelly.
Damn it.
It ended at 9:10.
Oh. Oh no.
So the show was an hour and 5 minutes long. I would say of that time, there was probably 25 minutes of wrestling.
Oh no.
5 matches. I know.
5 matches?
Yes. I should have timed them. I know the first match went 4 minutes. It was a. Now I'm gonna look. What Sukeban World? Wait, I'm trying to find the card.
That's.
Yes, it went. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
That's some Monday Nitro ass time.
Okay. Oh, well, it looks like I was wrong, but okay. So the first match was we'll just go through the card here. The first match actually was 5 minutes long. And it was the Tokyo Toys, which I believe is a new unit in the promotion because it was Koke Amare, portraying the character of Kraken Koki, who is a nutcracker.
Kraken Koki.
Teaming with Smack in the Box, who is Misa Matsui.
Why do they both sound like fucking code words that some 80s drug dealer would use in a movie where it's just they're comical about everything.
And then they defeated the Cherry Bomb Girls duo of Crush You, who of course is you, unretired. And Nagisa Tachibani, who just goes by Nagisa.
I do love that you is like, they pay me real good.
Oh,
I'm retired, but
Kelly, we're not even halfway to that point of these things because there's a lot of people on this show where I'm like, they must be paying you very well.
Yeah.
Look, as always with every one of these shows, it seems to be the permanent situation of this. The crowd was like nuclear hot. It's like insane. I don't really understand it at this point because I'm like, who's coming to these shows? Who is it?
It's will tell people that like the idea of wrestling but don't actually want to watch wrestling.
I saw 2 wrestling shirts in the crowd, and there was more than 500 people there. I saw a John Moxley shirt, and I saw a Stephanie Vacour shirt, and that was it. But Kelly, everyone does this next match is scheduled for one fall. Everyone does that. So I'm like,
that's wild.
How is that happening? Because the whole thing is I thought it was, these people are not actually wrestling fans. They're just like art fans? ? I don't know. Anyway, they were so hot for everything.
Maybe they've watched Cara Noir matches.
God, I hope not.
And they're like, yes, I know what to do when they say one fall. It's what all those wonderful Brits have done. But they don't start singing songs.
Yes. But anyway, for the whole show, I mean, that does really help that people are into it. And also the fact that it's like an hour and 5 minutes. So I was like, this show ends. Like, I sort of was like, I'm not loving this, but the fact that it's an hour long means that largely I was like, by the time I was like, okay, it was over. So the next match, Kelly, I sort of have to, some of these later matches, I'm going to have to sort of explain some things.
Okay.
So the next match was a gang warfare 4-way tag team match. I will say the set for the show was decorated with construction cones, and that was largely the set dressing. Was pink construction cones.
Okay.
Like the big one, like the big, not the cones, I guess. What would you
Like
call
the
those?
barrels?
Yeah, the barrels. Yeah.
Okay.
Very weirdly, people went in them. Anyway, so 4-way tag team, Commander Nakajima, Arisa Nakajima, also mysteriously unretired, defeated the Vandals duo of Bingo, who is Hiroya Matsumoto, and Midnight Player, who is Aoi. The Tokyo Toys team of Delirious Dolly, who is Azusa Inaba.
Oh, not delirious. Okay.
And Sari Bear, who is Sari Yamaoka wearing a bear costume. And the Cherry Bomb duo, the Cherry Bomb Girls duo of Rina Yamashita, obviously, we know who that is, and Supersonic, who is the also retired Natsuki Tayo. And has been retired since, when was the last match she had? I mean, the last real match the last year she really wrestled was 2014.
Yeah.
Anyway, you'll notice, Kelly, at the beginning, I only mentioned Arisa Nakajima winning the 4-way tag team match.
Yeah, that's where was her partner?
Odd. Well, I guess she came out and said, I have a mystery partner. Did the mystery partner come out at the beginning of the match? No. That would make sense. Near the end of the match, a woman emerges who is Clarissa Shields.
Okay.
Who I guess is a Olympic boxer.
Oh, okay.
I believe, who comes out again. This match went 8 minutes, by the way. She comes out about 7 minutes into the match, throws one punch, and wins the match. So she is technically listed here as tagging with Nakajima.
I mean,
and winning,
I guess.
So that was very odd because the woman came out and the announcer was like, "It's Clarissa Shields," and I was like, "Who?" It was very confusing.
I just picture you looking at her like, which Joshi is she?
But I was like, is this supposed to be? Because of course then the crowd's like, ah, ah. And I'm like, is this a super famous person who I just don't know? And I think the answer is no.
So are people just they'll pop for anyone?
Correct.
Okay.
It was like a we'll pop because I think at this moment we're supposed to pop.
Okay.
Also, one of the funniest things is like the most simple move, like you running and like smashing into someone. People are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. At one point, I think it was like in the first match, maybe it was Nagisa or someone, I don't remember, did an insane like jumping, like springboard something. And I was like, whoa, that actually was really good. No reaction from the crowd.
It sounds like when fucking Evolve ran those first China shows. And when you heard the wrestlers talk about how the fans reacted to the most basic stuff, but like something crazy, they were just sat on their hands like, we don't know what to do with this.
It was like the legitimately impressive stuff. People were like, okay, whatever. Stuff that was like basic wrestling, they were like, yeah. The third match was the Dangerous Liaisons team of Lady Antoinette, who is Risa Serra.
Yep.
Also retired.
Yep.
And Countess Rhea Seto, who is Rhea Seto.
Who was... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Defeated Saki Bimi, who is Saki, and Yukina, who is Yukina Uehara, who wrestles for Actress Girls, who I did not know. That match went 6 minutes, 40 seconds.
Damn, I wonder if she has beef with the Marigold Girls.
But we have to talk about the next match, which was a gang warfare three-way match.
Another one?
Yes, a gang warfare three-way match. Now, Kelly, I'm going to read you the results of the gang warfare three-way match.
Okay.
And you let me know what is odd about the gang warfare three-way match. Crush You defeats Atomic Banshee, who is Ram Kai Chow, Babyface, who is Ansham, and Stray Cat, who is Tomika Inaba.
Well, I think there's ding dang too many people in that match.
So, what had happened after the opening match that Yu was in was she got attacked by Stray Cat. I don't know why, really. Well, I do know why, I guess.
Because of gang warfare.
Yes. So they have this three-way match. Atomic Banshee, Babyface, and Stray Cat. It went 5 minutes. 4.5 minutes into it, Yu comes out and starts fighting Stray Cat and pins her and wins the match.
And I assume the crowd erupts like prime Attitude Era Stone Cold Steve Austin walked out.
But I was like, she isn't in the... I was like... I was so confused. I was like, what? She isn't in the match. And they were like, oh, actually, she was in the match. We just never announced her and she didn't come out.
What? That's not how that works.
And then finally, the main event of the show, Ichigo Sayaka, Unagi Sayaka, defended her Sukeban world title against the Queen of Hearts, which is Miyuki Takase, in 8 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh, wow. They went a long time.
And that was the entire show. Well, no, that was not the entire show, because the match ended. I thought, oh, the show is over. Clearly, that was the last match. The entire roster ran out to the ring and just started fighting each other.
Gang warfare.
No, there was no explanation for what was going on. It was just a bunch of people in the ring fighting. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped. Like, it wasn't like, oh, the refs run out and separate everyone. It was just like at some point they were like, well, we've gotten our anger out. That's all, everyone. Goodbye.
That was enough of a tussle.
Yeah. So, just incredibly bizarre. An incredibly bizarre evening. You know, I was happy to have gone because the venue is very close to where I live. The show was an hour. It was funny. I was going to go with my girlfriend who was like, oh, I can't go because I need to be somewhere. Because I was like, oh, the show starts at 7:30. And she's like, oh, I need to be somewhere at 9:30.
Well,
and we were like, well, that's not going to work. And then it turned out it would have worked because the show was not long. So that was Sukeban. Continues to be, I believe, a front for something.
For what? I have no idea, but a front nonetheless.
It's either a front or an insanely money, like, I guess, if they... I also can't imagine... They're like, we're sold out tonight. If I had to guess, I would say I can't imagine more than 20% of the people bought their tickets.
Yeah, the rest are all comps.
Like,
or people that snuck in through the vents.
Like, what? How? Like, why? How would people... Like, oh, I don't like wrestling. I've never liked it. Oh, I'll buy a $75 ticket to this show. Does anyone do that? I don't think so. But very weird. I don't know. If they come back, I would go back. But
did you get anything free this time?
No, nothing.
Ah, boo.
And they were selling T-shirts for like $65.
Jesus.
In fact, so they've gone the other way.
Oof.
But I'm like, it's not wrestling. It just is like they're doing quote unquote, they're performing wrestling, but I would never be like, oh, you want to get into wrestling? Go to Sukeban. I'm like, it's not real. It's like a picture of wrestling. Like if I was a painter and I drew wrestling, that is equally as much wrestling as this is. Where I'm like, you would never look at like, oh, I want to get into wrestling. How do I watch wrestling? Oh, go look at this painting over here on the wall. I would never say that. I would never say, oh, you want to enjoy wrestling? Look at that painting that I did of, whoever. Bryan Danielson and Roderick Strong. So anyway, it's just it's so odd. Why does it happen? I mean, they must be paying them so well.
Yeah.
For the fact that half the roster is retired. And they're like, we'll do it. We'll keep going. Dragging people who have been retired for 10 years out of retirement to be like, sure, I'll wrestle. I mean, they pay for their flights, I would imagine. They get them visas, and they probably pay them something. I'm sure they're making bank. So good for them. I only wish they sort of solved the problem from the first time I went, which is the first time I went, they got a lot of time, but they all clearly were like, we don't need to work that hard.
Yeah.
Here. Now they're not working that hard, but they're not working that hard for like 4 minutes instead of 15. So I was like, oh, none of these matches were really any good, but they also were very short. So anyway, what's coming up in Joshi that we can get excited about? Well, Stardom has Stardom The Conversion happening on June 20th. 3 big title matches. Syuri will defend the IWGP Women's title against Rina Yamashita. Hanan will defend against her Saya Ida. Will defend against her tag partner Saya Ida. That will be the Wonder of Stardom title match. And Sayaka Karara will defend the World of Stardom title against Suzu Suzuki. So more to be announced for that show, but some interesting. I'm looking forward to Han and Saya Ida.
Yeah, I think those
that
3
should be
matches
good.
will all be really good, but I don't see a single new champion coming out of that.
I agree. Other title matches happening in Seedling on June 16th. Ayame Sasamura, the new Beyond the Sea champion, will defend the title against Honori Hana. Seedling also has a show on the 28th, which is very quickly after the show based on what they usually run, but they don't have anything announced for that show yet. Ice Ribbon has a 20th anniversary show coming up on June 20th. So congrats to them. That will also have 3 title matches. Tsukina Umino will defend the Fantast Ice title against Akane Fujita and Arisa Shinose. Sumika Yanagawa and Makoto will defend the tag titles against Sakari Manami and Riko, and Kahu Matsushita will defend the Ice Infinity title against Yuka. In Wave, the Catch the Wave tournament continues on, as we said. Other than that, a pretty quiet 2 weeks for Joshi, so we will be back next time to talk the conversion. Will we be converted by the conversion? You'll have to find out in 2 weeks. Kelly.
Yes.
It's time for Kelly's Corner.
It sure is. So I have fully embraced my old manness. I'm reading a lot of comic strips. I've been reading the 1930 Floyd Gottfredson Mickey Mouse strips. Have you read any of those, Taylor? Are you aware of those at all?
I'm aware of them. I've never read them.
So very early in the run, there is a week of strips where the joke is Mickey Mouse is depressed that Minnie's leaving him, so he's going to kill himself. And that is the whole bit. There is one strip that ends with Mickey saying, where is that? Mickey goes, "Oh, what's the use? She doesn't care for me anymore. What is there to live for? Without Minnie, I might as well end it all." And then the final panel of that strip is Mickey reaching up on the wall to grab a gun down. And he just keeps not killing himself in various funny ways. Like he tries to jump off a bridge and he lands in the boat. There's this other panel I have saved on my phone that goes, "Gee, I'm having a tough time trying to put an end to myself. I hope this anvil doesn't float." And he has tied himself to an anvil that he is about to toss off a cliff. But that is like, so there's like back matter and stuff to this and like historical essays. And this whole idea was Walt Disney's. Like he just told Gottfredson, is like, "Hey, I got the funniest idea for a week of strips. Mickey's gonna kill himself. It'll be a knee slapper." And it's just like, yeah, that sure is something. And it like the essay kind of goes where it's just like, suicide was kind of because of like the Depression era, that was just kind of a accepted part of life. And it could be used for funny bits. So sometimes you just have Mickey Mouse try and kill himself for the laughs.
He's lived a long life and he's gotten into a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild shit in these strips. Like Mickey uses guns quite often.
People were big fans of people because Batman used guns for a long time.
Yeah.
He would just start shooting.
Yeah.
So, well, that is a very interesting Kelly's Corner for our return to Jumping Bomb Audio, but we will be back with you in another 2 weeks' time for more exciting Joshi action. But until then, for Kelly, I am Taylor saying so long.
Goodbye, everybody.
My name is Tyler Fornes, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Good, the Bad, and the Hungy AEW podcast here on the Voice of Wrestling Podcasting Network. We take a broad scope approach to the world of All Elite Wrestling and the entire universe of Tony Khan. We talk about the big matches, the big stars, the promos, the storylines, and we also look at it from a big picture perspective. How are things going to change over the course of the next 10 years with AEW still in the picture? How are companies like WWE going to adapt and adjust to AEW? Are they going to be a similar way like they did with WCW in the late 1990s? Will there be a counterpunch? We talk about all of that and more on The Good, The Bad, and The Hungy every week on the Voice of Wrestling Network.